Hello, my painting friends. I feel like my brain needs an art hug right now, and maybe you do too. And for me, an art hug is something that does two things. One, it embraces the wild nature so I can just marvel at the reactions, but it will also incorporate some sort of repetitive task to it, because sometimes that's the part that helps my brain just calm down. Also, yes, this weekend I reorganized my studio, so slightly different view. I don't know, what do we think? So if you need your brain to calm down, we're gonna grab our notebooks, and I'm gonna tape mine off. You don't have to tape yours off if you don't want to. Then I'm gonna grab my watercolors and give them a good spritz. And then on the page, using the colors that bring you the most joy, for me, that's the primary colors, because I like how they blend together. And we're going to start making some rings. Think a comforting hug. I'm gonna keep some space between these rings, but some of them, the space will be really close, and maybe even occasionally they'll just kiss each other. Other ones, I'm gonna let there be more space in between, and I'm gonna do that across the page. I love watercolor. The areas where these bleed in just a little bit, it's magical. Now it's time for the repetitive part, and I wanna use a pen for that. So I need to let it dry or make it dry. And once it is dry, you can grab whatever pen. As long as your paper is dry, any pen will work on top of this. And I want you to find a pattern within these rings that's going to satisfy your brain. The pattern that I'm going to be using is I'm going to be outlining my yellow and blue rings. I'm going to outline both sides of them. On the pink rings, I'm going to be making lines that radiate outwards. And then the real part of this that's going to be repetitive and calm my brain down is going to be making just a bunch of different little dots and blobs in that big space in between the rings. If your brain's in overdrive, try this or something like it. 9 times out of 10, taking some time to do some art and doing something a bit repetitive helps my brain just relax for a bit.